The sectors what we have been speaking about and the activities which are there actually is quite diverse and quite varied. When we talk about infrastructure project, be it a road or a rail, it starts from an idea, what we call a conceptualization of the idea. And then it comes to a kind of a planning, the engineering side of it, the design side of it, how do you actually implement in terms of various technological options. So a bit of technology and the planning we need to understand. The third element is the financing. We have to finance that. Not only finance for today, we have to finance for future. Now if you are aware of all the airports, airports are a contracts for almost 99 years. These are long-term contracts. So we have to finance the current capital expenditure and we have to look at financing the future operating and maintenance expenditure. Finance plays a big way of looking at that. Then the element which follows the financing is the construction. We have to construct areas, various airports, roads, etc. And the construction is a big element which is there. After construction, someone has to do the asset management, the operations and maintenance of the facility, be it a road or airport, someone has to do it for a long term. Finally, the assets get transferred all over. Now, if you look at all these elements, what essentially means that the skills which are required are quite diverse from the end to end of the things. Given the skills which are available, the sector can take a candidates from wide range of backgrounds. We will need people, we will need engineering graduates, we will need architects, we will need someone with a finance or a economics or a management in bachelor's kind of backgrounds. We will need a wide spectrum which is there. So essentially the eligibility of a program like this, MBA in infrastructure management, opens up doors for candidates from an engineering background, from the architecture background, from the economics background, from the finance background, and even from a law background. We had in my previous organizations MBA students who have a background in law, LLB in law, and did an MBA after that, and then they are kind of a unique selling proposition in various things. That is on the eligibility criteria. But as far as the profile of the candidates go, there's a lot of opportunities for the girl students as well. We encourage a lot of girl students to apply for our courses because there's a huge opportunities available in the consulting and the financing sectors. And that is one thing, there's a severe shortage of girl candidates. And if you have been reading again the news, India is trying to progress and trying to encourage participation of women at the very senior levels. And lots of banking sector has women which are heading, like ICICI, Axis Bank, SBI, all the big names today are headed by women. And a lot of boards are supposed to have women in the senior positions. So infrastructure gives a opportunity for women to come to the top very quickly. So we actually encourage girl students to participate in courses, offering a different career pathways for them also.